Coach, if you want to start off with an opening statement.
Yeah, I think that Miles College is a very talented team. We knew that coming in. We knew that they had a great season. Some of their losses came when they were injured, so we knew that them at full strength was going to be a tough test for us. And I think that you also, coming into the game, you have kind of those NCAA jitters a little bit, and you could see that in some of the mistakes that we made and some of the turnovers that we had. And I think as this group knows, the complex can get pretty loud and can get pretty rowdy. And so for us to manage their little run there in the third quarter and the start of the fourth and be able to close out the game, I was really proud of it.
Khalifa, what did you see at the beginning? You started off pretty hot for the team, so what did you see?
I saw the way they were guarding. As you go game to game, you have to learn how to adjust to the way teams are guarding, and they didn't want to guard me on the three-point line. And it kind of helps when you don't shoot as many throughout the season, so take what you can get.
Alicia, you were also battling inside. You couldn't get some bunnies to go at the beginning, but how'd you keep driving through to then finish strong?
I already know my teammates believe in keep shooting it. They got my back in the end. And Coach D always told me, just finish through. We do this every day in practice, so trust yourself and don't get nervous and don't rush your shot.
You guys know that the season's not over and that you get to continue this dance. Just as you guys get to celebrate this, how good does it feel to know that you guys made a history just by hosting this, but you're starting things off on the right foot by getting a win?
I think that when you're in it a little bit like we are, the historic things, it's something that we try and not focus on because we got to have our eye on the prize and we know we have bigger goals ahead of us. But when you take a second, I think probably after the season, we'll probably take a second to smell the roses a little bit and just, I tell the girls all the time that before we started the season, I turned to my assistant and I said, I don't know how good we're going to be, but this group is going to be special. This group's going to be fun. So we talk a lot about with our girls, no matter, if we win the game, if we lose the game, we're still going to win because we have each other. We have a lot of love for each other. We have a lot of fun. And it's really about, just enjoying this ride and this process because at the end of the day, basketball's a game and we really want to enjoy it. And, tonight was fun with the complex rocking and it got a little bit tight, we made it a little bit interesting and then, we were able to finish it out. So just really, really proud of this group.
Cleva, I think when you guys I think it was like your 12th straight win, I had asked you, I was like, does winning get old? And you're like, absolutely not. This is so fun. Now here you guys sit 27 in a row. How does this feel?
I actually saw an article yesterday that says that 26 is the best for BT and and it's insane.
I didn't know.
Yeah, yesterday was it's insane. Like I said, we look at the small picture, we look at the present, we look at who we have next. So it really doesn't feel like 26, but like I said, that we have really had time to think about. You guys have made history. You guys have been winning. So obviously looking at who we have next to make it so much easier to focus on who we focus on next time.
I think also when we have a really mature group that understands our bigger goals, it's easier to lock in and focus. They haven't gotten swept up in that, and every single day, this practice on Tuesday that we had, they were getting after it. It was one of our best practices of the year. You would think that we just lost, and that's something that's a testament to this group. They're always hungry, and we're hungry for tomorrow, that's for sure.
Talking about tomorrow, you guys are either going to play an opponent that you've met quite a few times, or you're going to play somebody that's not as familiar. Do you have a preference in that? Obviously you don't get to pick, but is there something you're leaning more towards or something that you're seeing from both teams that you'd like in a matchup?
That's a trap question. They're both very talented teams, and we're going to be ready for both of them. As far as understanding, Lee is very, very talented. Obviously, it was a dogfight in the Gulf South Conference tournament championship game, and I think that whether it's a familiar opponent, whether it's a new opponent, I think the biggest thing for us is making sure that we are preparing ourselves and focusing on our game because we made some mistakes and some self-inflicted errors tonight that we've got to get better at as a group. And so, yes, we're going to scout, we're going to watch the game and do all those things, but it's really about looking at ourselves and making sure that we can make adjustments to be better tomorrow than we were today.
All right. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Try to get me on that question.